Mowgli. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. The lion sleeps tonight. I'm going to bring Jeremy on now. I've had enough fun by myself. Ooh, mama way. Ooh. Hello,
Jeremy. Hey. I didn't get to sing. I was looking forward to that.
We've never actually done this like in separate places before. This is really interesting. So
well, we always come to you from exotic places. My face looks so red. What is going on there? Gosh.
Look how smooth my skin looks.
Yeah, I know. So beautiful. So we always come to you from exotic places. Kim, what's the exotic place you're coming from?
I'm coming from our house in downtown Vala. Where are you, Jeremy?
I am almost interstate, but I'm not really. I'm coming from Lake Manmoa. Is that
Manmora?
I knew that, yes. Lake
Manmora. It's where Sarah lives.
I am staying with the lovely Sarah Farah and her lovely husband Dan and their lovely kids Luca and Valley. So we're having a good time down here. So anyway, welcome. And by way of introduction, obviously it's Monday night, so that means it must be Kim's Top 5 coming down.
Gotta remember that I'm only half the screen this time.
I know. So what's your top 5 tonight? What have you got for us?
Okay, so if you didn't guess by the Whim Away song at the beginning, I've been to one too many Girl Guide camps fires. But basically my top 5 tonight is Kim's top 5 for sleep. So that's what I'm going to talk about tonight.
Wow. Okay, good.
Right.
Well, that's pretty topical for us, isn't it? Because, oh, hold on, I've got someone join us. Do you want to say a quick hello, Valley?
Hello, Valley.
We're watching you two.
You're watching us.
We're watching you two on the phone.
How cute.
So our top 5 is pretty topical at the moment, isn't it? Because sleep has been a bit of an issue the last week or so.
Yeah, so my 7-year-old, I was only going to say 7-year-old, has been having, like nightmares, or I don't know what's keeping her awake, but when she's awake, we're awake. And so therefore, I decided that it would be a good time to do top 5 for sleep. So I guess we'll start with my number 5. So my number 5 is Tranquil. Okay.
I'm going to have to put my glasses on to see this. Tranquil,
yeah. So Tranquil.
You mean that?
Oh, you've got a new one and mine's an old one, but an oldie but a goodie.
Yeah. So tell us about Tranquil.
Okay, so Tranquil is a blend. It contains lavender, cedarwood, and Roman chamomile, as well as coconut oil. So it's actually already mixed up as a blend. And I love it because it comes in a roll-on, so it's really quite easy to take away. It's good to roll on my girl's feet. It's already diluted because it's got the coconut oil in it. Before I go to bed, I just put a bit behind my ears, on the back of my neck, and on my feet. I absolutely love the smell. It smells really a lot like lavender. I had difficulty choosing my 5 this week because I kind of wanted to go 6, and the 6th one that I was going to go was actually cedarwood. I know a lot of you guys use cedarwood, particularly mixed with lavender in the diffuser. I see lots and lots of posts and diffuser recipes with lavender and cedarwood, but I didn't go with cedarwood this week. I went with Tranquil, and that's my number 5. My number 4 is Roman chamomile. Absolutely love Roman chamomile.
I love the smell of Roman chamomile.
Yeah, so I don't know whether you guys drink chamomile tea, but you can't go past Roman chamomile oil. So I mix it with lavender in the diffuser. Amazing oil. I just love the smell. It's so relaxing. actually probably, you know, I really struggled coming up with 5 because the other one I was going to go was bergamot, just so that I could talk like Nigella and say, bergamot, it's Earl Grey tea with a touch of bergamot.
Oh,
Jeremy really likes Nigella. So, you know, I was doing that for him. Like, don't worry about all the rest of you. I have to do a Nigella voice to write for Jeremy.
Oh, Nigella. Yes.
So anyway, instead of bergamot, I actually chose Roman chamomile. So there you go. Roman chamomile is my number 4.
And Roman chamomile's got lots of other uses, hasn't it? It's another handy oil.
Yeah, it's really good for unhappy skin. You know, you can use it if your children are a little bit worried about things to calm them down. So it's a great all-purpose oil, particularly for children because it's really quite gentle. So some of you have heard me talk about German chamomile and how amazing that is for unhappy skin. Roman chamomile is quite good. Just, you know, like my preference is German chamomile, although don't use too much of it because you'll end up looking like a Smurf. Because it's rather blue.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay.
Okay, so that's
3.
number 4. 3.
3. I'm sure if you had come up with a top 5 list, lavender would have been on it. So lavender is my number 3. I pop lavender in the diffuser. As I said before, it's in Tranquil, the blend. A little bit behind the ears. Lavender is such an all-purpose oil as well. So, you know, if most of you have probably got lavender, you know, it's a great oil. It's, you know, it's quite mild. So most nights in my girls' diffuser, they've got the dolphin diffuser. I pop a couple of drops of lavender oil in before I put them to bed. Oopsie, I just fell off the box. And yeah, so that's lavender oil. Number 2, this is the more sort of hard-hitting end of the spectrum, okay? So lavender's for your kids and, you know, the more gentle type oil. The next one is my hard-hitting, go-getting valerian. Valerian's really quite stinky. It comes from a root of a plant, valerian root. So some of you may have seen the herb, like in herb shops or in health food shops and things like that, because you can get valerian root tablets. So yeah, it's quite a lot stronger, and, you know, so dilute it, but, you know, great to add to lavender and Roman chamomile in the diffuser. You know, it's sort of, you know, that's, I'm getting to the pointy end now, if you like. So valerian's more at the pointy end.
So when we were traveling in, I think it was when we were in Hawaii, when we were in Washington State, we needed a heavy duty sleeping help, didn't we? And that was, I think,
just because we weren't getting used to the time zones.
Yeah. So valerian, and maybe did we use Tranquil as well, I think?
Well, yeah, I kind of mix it up. Some nights I'll put lavender and valerian in the diffuser. Some nights I'll roll Tranquil on. And I also use my number 1 oil. When I'm in the States, I'm actually lucky enough to be able to buy that. Over there, they've got a supplement, and it's called Sleep Essence, and it actually contains valerian, and it's an amazing supplement. So if you're ever in the States, you know, and you're having trouble adjusting to the time zone, Sleep Essence is amazing. So, but anyway, we can't get it here in Australia, but I do really, really love it. So, and my number 1, actually I should have done a drum roll, is RutaVaLa. You probably guessed that. I talk about RutaVaLa all the time. You know, it was in my top 5 for travel, because I use RutaVaLa and Tranquil together because I can't stand the smell of RutaVaLa. RutaVaLa is a blend. It contains 3 main oils, which are rue, or the botanical name for rue is actually Ruta graveolens. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm sure my friend Fiona will pick me up because she's a horticulturalist and she'll say that I said that wrong. But rue is one of the oils in it. So that's where you get the ruta from, Ruta graveolens. And then you've got va, so that's valerian. So I already talked about valerian being a root, and lavender. So it's the 3, RutaVaLa. And
could you just say that? Could you say that like Nigella would say it though?
RutaVaLa.
Oh, thank you. Oh.
So, you know, this is your sleeping buddy, RutaVaLa. Amazing.
I'm going to miss you so much.
So I really, really love RutaVaLa, particularly when I travel. And as I say, it's really at the pointy end because it's got 3 of those other oils in it. Rue is a plant that comes from Europe, and it's got really stinky flowers, and that's what they distill to turn into this oil. So if you thought valerian was stinky, RutaVaLa is even more stinky. Although, you know, the more you use it, the more you get used to it. So it's not so stinky. But for me, when I really need it, particularly when I travel, I use the 2 of them together because the Tranquil kind of overpowers the bad smell of the RutaVaLa. But anyway, but it's a really, really good oil. And that is why it's my #1 oil for sleep.
Excellent. That's fantastic. So a quick countdown again. So number 5 was?
Number 5 was, oh, it fell on the floor, so hang on a sec.
Number 5.
Oh, no, number 5 was Tranquil, sorry.
Number 5, yeah.
So number 5 was Tranquil.
Number 4?
Number 4 was Roman chamomile.
Love Roman chamomile.
Yeah.
Number 3?
Number 3 was lavender.
Nice.
Number 2, sorry. Number 2 was valerian, and number 1 was RutaVaLa.
Okay, that's fantastic. Thank you for that, Kim. Now, of course, Kim's top 5 wouldn't be complete without, well, I mean, who needs 5, seriously? I just stick with 1. So I'm going to give you Jeremy's top 1. But imagine,
I can't possibly guess what it is.
Well, here's the thing, okay? Say you wanted to combine some of the most calming, stress-freeing oils that you possibly could and put them all into one purple bottle. Can you guess what that is? Don't say it, don't say it. So this blend has hinoki, which happens to be known for its calming and de-stressing qualities. It's got ylang ylang. How good is an oil if you have to say it twice? It's got coriander, which also has uses in the kitchen, but it's got calming abilities. It's got cedarwood, which smells like
cat's wee.
Thank you. And it's good for your hair. And it's also got lavender. Now imagine putting all those in one bottle with a couple of other things, which I couldn't remember. Do you know what you'd end up with?
I've got no idea, Jeremy.
Every man needs Shutran.
Yeah,
Shutran. I love it so much I'm going to say it again. Shutran. I think that's it for us. We hope you've enjoyed Kim's top 5. I think it's time for Ed. Well. See you, Kim.
Bye.
Mwah.